today. So we are going to analyze the previous year papers, and the duration of this session is not going to be too long. We are going to wind up in maximum of 1 hour, maybe less than that. Okay. So what is your expectation? And let's do one thing, let's make it interactive. Whatever doubts you have, you can throw all the doubts at me, and we are going to resolve each and every doubt one by one. And what is your expectation? What do you think of this session? So basically, अगर आप expectation पहले से define है, then I think we can make it happen. So what do you think? What do you expect in this session? Kindly do let me know. या कोई expectation नहीं है? Okay, Ashima, figuring out best way. Okay, so in this exam, in this session, obviously we are going to do that. Ki, what is the best way of quant? Okay, so weightage of each topic. Very nice. So we are also going to discuss weightage of each topic, and we are also going to discuss what should be expected in CAT in coming year, that is 2026, and practice in each subject. Okay, Ishita, we'll come to that. Okay, what is the difficulty? And ठीक है, how to solve it accurately, how to practice, and what you are going to do till the exam. We are going to discuss all those things. Okay. So the first of all, from 2017, and okay, can someone tell me that why we always talk about 2017, not any year before that? Can someone give me an answer of it? Exactly, Utsav, because paper was not available. CAT did not release its paper before 2017. So if you are going to see anywhere in the internet, you are going to find the paper till 2008, because in till 2008 they were paper based exams. So paper was released, and after that 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, they did not release the paper. So paper, they started releasing the paper only after 2017, and that's why we always talk about 2017 only and no other year. Okay. Now, so since 2017, how many questions they asked, including all the slots? That is 614 questions, and there are 24 papers they have conducted so far. Uh, IMs, initially there were not a lot of IMs, but they started increasing, and this is what happened. You can see in the screen, total number of questions are 614. 9 years of the exam, 17 to 25, 24 exam papers, six modules, and question counts. If I'm going to talk about question count specifically, in 2019, 17, 18, 19, it was 34 questions. In 2020, because of COVID, the question count decreased to 26, and it was a 2 year paper. That is the first time they have done it. And after that, it settled at 22. So you can expect 22 questions every year. CAT 25 was the hardest one, 82% difficult questions. So, Sajal, yes, 2025. मेरा opinion, I generally differ with the data a little bit. मुझे लगता है कि 2023 was the hardest, but data says it is 2025. Uh, uh, Again, Sarvansh, the data says is 2025. 2023 is the second toughest paper. Ashima will come to that. So this is the pattern. Now what we are going to see in this slide, what we are going to understand from this slide. Now if you see, 2017 was made by Lucknow. 2018 it was Calcutta. 2019 it was Kozhikode. 2020 it was Indore. 21 Ahmedabad. 22 Bangalore. 23 again Lucknow. 24 again Calcutta. 25 Kozhikode. So what do you expect? Who is going to make the paper this year? That is going to be Indore. So there are very high chances that Indore is the one who is going to set the paper. Now let's see what kind of paper Indore has built. So if you are going to see, there are, everyone knows in the CAT there are going to be two type of questions you are going to see. One is going to be MCQ and second is going to be theta, right? So MCQ and theta, there are only two type of questions. One is MCQ and theta. So in the years 2017, 18, 19, we used to have 12 theta. Total number of questions were 34. So MCQs were 22. So Dhruv, the full form of theta is type in the answer. Type in the answer. And that is a question that is without option. So basically in MCQ, you have four options. In theta questions, you have no options. No option means no negative marking. So basically marking scheme for MCQ is +3 -1. You get it right. You get +3, you get it wrong, you get -1. In theta questions, this is 3 +3 and 0. That is type in the answer. Blank box, you have to type the answer. Okay. 2020, if you look at this particular year, 21, and Saubhagya, you have written a lot, but I don't understand. You are talking about VARC. Okay. Okay. So you are saying, okay. So let me come to that, Saubhagya. Don't worry about it. So basically, sorry, it is actually 2022. I made a little mistake. It should be 22, but number of theta questions are less. We had only five theta questions in 2024. Every year it is eight. So 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. And in 2020, it was 12 before. Now, after that, it is consistently 8, not more than 8, not less than 8. We should expect 8, but things can go a little bit here and there. But expectation lies with 8 only. Because they have been consistent with 8 theta questions for a long time, then I don't think they are going to break the pattern. In 2024, they broke it, but it's fine. Doesn't make a difference. We are on anyhow going to be full prepared for it. So doesn't make a difference if a question is theta or MCQ. If you are going to write the mock, you are going to realize that it doesn't actually make a difference if question is theta. If you are going to get all 22 MCQs or you are going to get some theta questions or no theta questions. Make sense? And I would say full intensity quant later, I don't think that works out. You know, if you want to prepare for any exam, so basically, if I'm going to talk about we are going to have three sections. One is going to be BARC, second is going to be DILR, third one is going to be QA. You know, what is the problem you are going to see? This is what I have heard from the students, not my opinion, that when they study, when they practice for VARC for 10 days, 15 days, a month, they see a little bit improvement. But when they drop the practice of VARC, their score drops. Same goes for QA. If you are going to study QA for a long time, your score improves, but as soon as you drop it, your score decreases. Same goes for DILR. And this is not my opinion, this is my student's opinion. So you cannot study one subject at a time, because if you are studying one subject at a time, it means you are going to grow in that subject, and other subjects you are not going to do fine. Got my point, Saubhagya? Varun, I have absolutely no clue what does it mean. Now, basically, this is the app that CLH launched. We have actually have a lot of material that is free for a lot of the students. Obviously, it is there for the paid ones as well. So if you want to download the app, this is the क्या कहते हैं, barcode. Now, iOS, Android. Now, This is the main thing. This is the difficulty level. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This is what we got. उत्सव, आई एम गोइंग टू से कि बीच में ब्रेक लेते रहना चाहिए. So I am saying that if you are studying for 15 days, I would say take a break of 2 days. Don't study at all. And I am not saying that study all three sections every day. I am saying in a week, plan in such a way so that you cover every subject in a week. कि हर हफ्ते में सारी चीजें कवर होनी चाहिए. Daily, if you are trying to study everything on daily basis, I don't think that is going to work out, because anyhow no one is going to have that much time. Got my point? सो 3 घंटे 4 घंटे मतलब 2 घंटे वीए, 2 घंटे एलआर, 2 घंटे क्यूए, 6 hours. 6 hours is going to be very tiring. After 2 months, you are going to say कि नहीं हो रहा मुझसे, छोड़ो. So I would say 2 hours, 3 hours a day is good. And that is the main purpose that we launched your daily dose. कि डेली डोज तो देना ही है, क्योंकि आधा घंटा निकाल के बंदा काम कर सकता है. गॉट माई पॉइंट? कि even if you are a working professional or a student, daily dose actually helps you remember everything. Yes, Saubhagya. Got it? Hmm. So now you are going to see this one. So 2017 was easy, very easy. 2018. Okay. Now tell me, what should I consider? What should I say that the question is difficult? How will I define a difficulty level? Can someone tell me what is a difficult question? Purely subjective, but Sajal, the problem is quant is not subjective. क्वांट में क्वेश्चन का मीनिंग जो है वो तो सेम है. So I am saying break that 6 hours in 3 days. Long calculations. Okay. Concept clarity. Ishita, concepts are anyhow going to be more or less same. Concept difficult problem नहीं होता है. You know, if you analyze every question, if you are going to analyze every question that you find difficult, accuracy is later on, later part. When you are writing the exam, you are going to see this question is difficult, this question is easy. So what is the generic meaning is of acha? I will now tell me, give me this answer. Average time to solve. ठीक है, that's fine. लेकिन मुझे एक बात बताओ कि when you are reading the question, how will you comprehend that this question is difficult and this question is easy? जब तुम पेपर दे रहे हो उस टाइम तो किसी के पास डेटा ही नहीं है, तो कैसे फिगर आउट करेंगे कि ये क्वेश्चन आसान है, ये क्वेश्चन डिफिकल्ट है? व्हाट इज द जनरल पैटर्न? सो द जनरल पैटर्न इन क्यूए दैट हैज बीन सीन कि in 2025, I assume that 2025 was not a difficult paper. ठीक है, and I'll tell you why. ठीक है, the thing is difficult. The problem with the difficult question is, one is average word length is very high. Average word length is very high. अगर एक परसेंटेज का क्वेश्चन 6 लाइन में लिखा हुआ है तो इसका मतलब मोर लाइकली लोग उसको करेंगे नहीं, एंड दे आर गोइंग टू टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम टू अंडरस्टैंड. So over the period of a time, when I'm saying paper is getting difficult, it means average word length has increased from 2017 to 2025. Currently, average word length is close to 50 words in quant question, 50 to 70 words. क्वांट के क्वेश्चन पैसेज जैसे आ रहे हैं. सेकेंड, द नंबर्स आर डिफिकल्ट. नंबर्स आर डिफिकल्ट मीन्स, सॉरी, नंबर्स आर डिफिकल्ट. नंबर्स आर डिफिकल्ट का मतलब क्या है कि अगर मैं यहां पे बोलूं कि टेक 2025, यू आर गोइंग टू सी अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस जो तुम पहली बार पढ़ोगे तुम्हें समझ में आ जाएगा, लेकिन तुम करोगे नहीं उसको। व्हाई? बिकॉज द नंबर्स आर वेरी बैड, कैलकुलेशन एरर के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा हैं। सो दिस वाज, एंड थर्ड इज इट्स नॉट कॉम्प्रिहेंसिबल, लैंग्वेज इज डिफिकल्ट। ठीक है, सो इफ आई एम गोइंग टू से लैंग्वेज इज डिफिकल्ट, that is, I would say that is 2023. Numbers are difficult, I would say that is 2025. In 2025 every question has very bad numbers. तुम एक बार क्वेश्चन पढ़ोगे तुम्हें समझ में आ जाएगा कि 2025 में रीड विच एवर क्वेश्चन यू लाइक, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड कि क्वेश्चन समझ में आ रहा है, बट वेन यू आर गोइंग टू लुक एट द नंबर्स तुम्हें लगेगा बाद में ही करेंगे। एंड द वर्स्ट पार्ट इज एवरी क्वेश्चन हैड सच काइंड ऑफ नंबर्स। सो इसीलिए पेपर ज्यादा वो था, आई वुड से इट वाज लेंथियर इंस्टेड ऑफ डिफिकल्ट। 2023 was a less comprehensible paper, language was difficult. देखो उत्सव, it's not about selecting a question, it's about rejecting a question, that how quickly you reject a question, not how quickly you solve a question. Yes, Saubhagya, definitely. You don't have to stick to a normal distribution curve. हर साल की डिफिकल्टी लेवल चेंज हो रही है, राइट? एंड रिमेंबर, if we talk about an exam, any exam I'm talking about, if paper is easier, numbers are easy, the language is smaller, it is easily comprehensible, then exam is going to be easier for everyone. Don't you agree? In that case cutoff is going to increase a lot. So for example, I'll give you an example. For example, you go for ssc has a very high cutoff क्योंकि पेपर आसान है, नंबर आसान है, सारी चीजें आसान है, but when you go to cat, it is a difficult paper. Why? Because the language is less comprehensible. Got my point? So everything is cut off. Not an absolute mark. 99 percentile is not a score. It's your position among the people. So तुम 99 percentile means you are among the top 1% of the people. उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि तुम्हारे 40 नंबर आएंगे, 50 नंबर आएंगे, 60 नंबर आएंगे। हो सकता है कि तुम्हारे बहुत कम स्कोर पे तुम्हारा बहुत हाई परसेंटाइल आ जाए। That happened in 2023. People got 76 marks out of 198 and they got 99 percentile. But things changed in 2024. I think it was around 92, 93. Got my point? Now, look at this. अरिथमेटिक में हम हमेशा बोलते हैं कि अरिथमेटिक और एल्जेब्रा हमेशा से ही ज्यादा आता था, आज भी आ रहा है। Modern maths, what is modern maths? Modern maths means probability, permutation, combination, set theory. These questions are declining, and I'll tell you one thing, from 2017 to 2025 there are actually zero probability questions. Zero probability. Set theory is वैसे भी बहुत ज्यादा नहीं आती थी। Zero probability question we had in from 2017 to 2025. So अगर आपको लगता है आपको probability नहीं करनी है, then leave it. Coordinate geometry is very very low. Dhruv, PNC is there, permutation and combination, but probability isn't. This is there, but this isn't. ठीक है, but why do everyone teaches probability? Because probability is asked in other exams, for example and maths at other exams में क्या probability आती है? Definitely आती है, ठीक ठाक सी आती है। This one, This is the main data that I think everyone was looking for. Is it or is it not? Function. Look at this. Function got 56 questions. Sequence series got 50 questions. TSD on an average 2 questions. Plain geometry, matlab triangle, circle, those kind of things, got 44 questions. Time and work got 34 questions. Profit and loss got 30 questions. More than one question per slot. Factors and multiple, matlab more or less number system kind of thing. More than one question in a slot. Yes, Sarvansh, out of 614 questions. So this is the whole data thing. That's what we got. And last 3 years, if you are going to pick last 3 years, 23, 24, 25, I would say geometry is total geometry, geometry plus mensuration was 3 questions every slot. Yes, Devraj. Out of all the exams that happened from 2017, this is the data. I'll show it back to you. And this is, we are talking about 24 papers. This is the actual number. ये सीन है. Now you got कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. ये काम की चीज है. देखो आशिमा, I'll tell you on an average फंक्शन का कुछ फंक्शन के 2 क्वेश्चन या 3 क्वेश्चन हर स्लॉट में आए हैं. दो तो लेके ही चलो. ठीक है. सीक्वेंस सीरीज इज इट इंपॉर्टेंट? यस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. टीएसडी का प्रॉब्लम ये है कि TSD itself contains a lot of topics. कि time, speed, distance, average speed, relative speed, your circular motion, your escalator, your clocks, सारी चीजें आ जाती हैं. So TSD itself is a huge topic. TSD का जो वो है, अगर नंबर ऑफ टॉपिक्स तुम TSD का देखोगे, सो TSD के नंबर ऑफ टॉपिक्स जो हैं वो फंक्शन और इसको मिला के इन दोनों से ज्यादा है. ठीक है ना? पुष्कर, you wanted to ask something. Utsav, I never said TSD is an easy topic. It's not. Time, on the other hand, I would say time and work is easy one. Function is easy one. Function पढ़ाने में जब आप पहली बार पढ़ोगे, when you are going to study function for the first time, you are going to see it's difficult. But when you are going to practice a little bit, you are going to be very, very much comfortable with the function. Same I'm talking about with sequence series. Pushkar, ratio questions, ratio means direct ratio we are talking about. Amulya, direct ratio question, I am not sure you are going to get a lot of direct ratio questions. So ratio is, I would say it's not specifically a topic. It is something that is going to be used in a lot of places. Ratio is going to be used in time and work. It is going to be used in time, speed, distance. It is going to be used in mixture alligation. It is going to be used in other things as well. Percentage में आपका ratio वो use होता है. So as well as if so Amulya is asking log. So if I'm going to say log, uh, log, I think it has 19 to 21 questions. So unfortunately, log is important, but it couldn't make to top 12. Abhinav, not number system, a part of number system. That is factors and multiples. Arithro, from the exams point of view, both of them are same. Huh? So Sajal, I would say on an average, from log, you are going to get at least one question. On an average, एक क्वेश्चन तो आता ही है. There has been some papers जहां पे नहीं थे. ठीक है. लेकिन नहीं, ये देखो, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, दिस इज नॉट द बाइफर्केशन ऑफ ऑल 614 क्वेश्चंस. दिस इज सिंपली द टॉप 12 टॉपिक्स जिनसे सबसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन आए हैं. ये वो नहीं है कि इसके अलावा लॉग के क्वेश्चन नहीं होंगे, रिमाइंडर के नहीं होंगे. उनके हैं, उनके 22 से कम है, बस इतना है. गॉट इट. ऐसा नहीं है कि बाकी टॉपिक नहीं पूछे जा रहे, पूछे जा रहे हैं भाई. सो इफ यू सी, परसेंटेज इज इंपॉर्टेंट, लेकिन डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस ऑन परसेंटेजेस आर नॉट देयर. Percentage has been asked in profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest. This is linear equation. ठीक है ना? So now you got what are the most important topics. सबसे important topics क्या है और कहाँ पे आपका मेजर फोकस होना चाहिए. Ria, I think everything is taught separately as a chapter. Now this is the second important thing I think that you were looking for. Calcutta, the hardest setter, 18 and 24, दोनों में से कुछ आसान नहीं था. कोई कोड 2019 वेरी इजी, 2025 सबकी लगा दी. आई एम लखनऊ 2017, that was the easiest catch that I have written. 23 सबकी लगा दी. I am Bangalore is always balanced, always balanced. I am Ahmedabad is also balanced. I am Indore. Now this year is going to go for I am Indore. Devraj, they are not balanced as sections, they are balanced as a paper. One section is easy, another is difficult, paper is balanced. I am specifically talking about quant. Got it, Devraj? If you are going to ask me 24 का पेपर कैसा था, I would say it is balanced paper because some sections were easy, some were difficult. Paper eventually it became a moderate one, not the difficult. So now, Sarvansh, yes, definitely LOD wise. Now, I am not predicting anything. I have given the data to you. Now let's predict. Now, what do you think next one is going to be? Easy one or a difficult one? सौभाग्य, why do you want to know my score? देखो, I think last couple of years I stopped writing seriously. If you want, I can tell you my score before that, 23 and before. लास्ट 2 years I was like last year और last year मैंने पेपर देना ही छोड़ दिया. मतलब I was like कि just जाओ सॉल्व करो, मार्क मत करो बस. So that kind of thing was there. So difficult. No, Saubhagya, I was not in 99.99 percentile. I was not. In 23, I was 99.7, I guess, 7 or 8. 22, I was 99.97. 20 and 21, I didn't write because of COVID. 2019, 99.97 and something like this. So before that, I was close to that 99.7 plus types. मेरे को बस इसमें ही डाउट है. देखो, कैलकाटा ने 2 पेपर बनाए, दोनों डिफिकल्ट है. कोई कोड ने बनाया एक इजी एक डिफिकल्ट है. लखनऊ ने भी सेम चीज की. बैंगलोर इज प्रीटी मच बैलेंस्ड, बोथ टाइम सेम डिफिकल्टी. अहमदाबाद बोथ टाइम सेम डिफिकल्टी. सो इंदौर कैन फॉलो आइदर लखनऊ और कोई कोड, और इट कैन फॉलो बैंगलोर एंड अहमदाबाद. सो माई पर्सनल ओपिनियन इज आसान होगा। मतलब 25 ने जो लेवल सेट किया है उससे कम। ठीक है ना। देखो, नहीं सौभाग्य, आई एम नॉट श्योर आई एम गोइंग टू राइट सीरियसली एनी मोर, क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर आई अनाउंस्ड बिफोर इटसेल्फ कि मेरे को नहीं देना है सीरियसली। बिकॉज try to understand this point, when I am going to score very high, then someone is not going to do very fine. That's why I stopped writing after properly after 24। मैं कुछ स्ट्रीक नहीं बनानी है मैं बना चुका हूँ स्ट्रीक। ठीक है। सो ओपन प्रोग्राम इज देयर। ठीक है। ओपन कार्ट, so open cart, what is open cart? Open cart has a lot of free resources that if you want to study from the free resources, open cart is there. Just uh, use the barcode and you are going to see uh, a lot of concepts, sessions, as well as a lot of material. Now, this is what another important thing, ये काम की चीज है। अगली काम की चीज, आप बताओ क्या लग रहा है। This is the screen: plane geometry, mensuration, coordinate, number system, factors and multiples, representations, मॉडर्न मैथ्स। ये जो तीन टॉपिक है, ये तीन टॉपिक, अगर मैं इन तीन टॉपिक्स की बात करूं, ज्योमेट्री, नंबर सिस्टम एंड मॉडर्न मैथ्स, आई वुड से दीज थ्री, द प्रॉब्लम विद दीज थ्री टॉपिक्स, इनका वेटेज कैट में बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है। So कभी number system is, I was like, I'm always confused with number system. And why I'm confused? A lot of times you are getting one question, two question, one question, two question. Suddenly you are going to get five questions. ठीक है। Modern maths, I like modern maths. Never five questions. एक दो एक दो एक दो, कभी दो के से चार क्वेश्चन किसी एक स्लॉट में पूछ लिए तो पूछ लिए, अदरवाइज मॉडर्न मैथ्स इज नॉट आस्क्ड a lot. Geometry in last 3 years or 4 years, I don't remember how many years, but at least 3 years, they are consistent with three questions in each slot, each paper. ठीक है ना। Now, what do I like about number system is, last few years, 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, if you are going to look at the question of number system, कतई straightforward है। There, it is too straightforward. मतलब you are going to read the question, you are going to know कि how to approach this question. Not too many words, straightforward question. I think last year or last to last year, I remember there was one question. What is the remainder if you are going to divide 10 power 20, 10 power 99, or 10 power 100 divided by 13? What is the remainder? So that was straightforward question. सर्वांश ट्रिक्स ज्यादा नहीं होते। हाँ, so those kind of questions are asked in number system, and I'm not talking about 2008, 2009. I'm talking about 2023, 24, 25. So number system के question बहुत आसान है। Now, Ria, I would say कि कोई चैप्टर कभी खत्म नहीं होता। If you have covered all the concepts thoroughly with 10 to 12 questions on every concept, you can say कि मुझे आता है। उसके बाद, you know, being confident 100% of the times of a topic, I would say that's not there। ठीक है, वो नहीं होता है कि मतलब अगली बार सेम टॉपिक का क्वेश्चन आएगा तो वो हो जाएगा। देर इज नो गारंटी, बट यू कैन बी प्रीटी कॉन्फिडेंट कि मोर लाइकली आई विल बी एबल टू डू इट। ठीक है ना, 10, 15, 20 क्वेश्चन हर कंसेप्ट। देखो, When you are at the starting stage of your preparation, never time yourself. Your job is to figure out how to solve a question first. Until unless you learn how to solve a question, then the second phase of learning starts. And what is the second phase of learning? जहां पे आपको ये फिगर आउट करना होता है, सर्वांश, देखो क्या होता है कि अच्छा, नाउ सर्वांश हैज आस्क्ड अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन दैट हाउ डू यू नो दैट वेदर यू आर आउट ऑफ इनिशियल राउंड ऑफ लर्निंग. That is when you, let's say I'm taking an example of percentage. Fine. So in percentage, you are doing concepts of multiplication factor. You are talking about a concept of percentage change, or those kind of concepts. Up, once you are done with those concepts, and after that you are doing to you are getting questions of percentage and you are getting them right 70 or 80% of the times, it means you are already out of initial round of learning. Now you need to move on to the second round of learning. Got it? कि अब इस टॉपिक का नया क्वेश्चन आना शुरू हुआ तो मुझसे हो रहा है, आई एम कंफर्टेबल. ठीक है श्रेयांश, लेट मी गेट बैक टू यू नाउ. सेकेंड राउंड ऑफ लर्निंग है कि व्हेन नेक्स्ट टाइम ऑनवर्ड्स व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू लुक एट अ क्वेश्चन, now your job is not to solve the question. Your job is to look at the question and figure out how can I eliminate three options and get the answer. If you are able to eliminate three options, then only you are going to be faster. जब आप ऑप्शन एलिमिनेशन वाली फेज पे आएंगे तब आपको टाइम लगेगा. सो पहला क्वेश्चन करने में व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू सी द क्वेश्चन, आपको लगेगा ये क्वेश्चन मैं 2 मिनट में सॉल्व कर दूंगा. ठीक है, आपको आता है. बट आई एम सेइंग डोंट सॉल्व इट, डोंट राइट इक्वेशंस, पेपर पेन यूज मत करो. जस्ट लुक एट द क्वेश्चन, लुक एट द ऑप्शंस एंड फिगर आउट कि ये तीन ऑप्शन गलत कौन कौन से हो सकते हैं. सो जो क्वेश्चन आप 2 मिनट में कर सकते हो, यू आर स्पेंडिंग 5 मिनट 6 मिनट 7 मिनट्स टू सॉल्व दैट क्वेश्चन बाय एलिमिनेटिंग द ऑप्शंस. सो इट्स फाइन, वो 7 मिनट सही है. Because later on that 7 minutes is going to shrink to 45 seconds. Got it? Now, Utsav, you have completed algebra. You are going to go to geometry. Have you solved all the topic tests? No, तो टॉपिक टेस्ट जो है वो तो नहीं है. ठीक है आशिमा, आ, वो तो तुम कभी भी शुरू करो तुमको हमेशा लगेगा तुम लेट हो. वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट आईआईटी जहाँ पे 5 साल जहाँ पे 2 साल का प्रिपरेशन लगेगा. वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट सी सैट और यूपीएससी जहाँ पे 4 साल 5 साल लगेंगे. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कैट. इफ यू स्पेंड सम टाइम, फाइन, यू कैन मेक इट इन 6 months. ठीक है. एंड topic tests are there, then your sectional tests are there. I would say use sectional tests to build your strategy. ठीक है. The thing is, I think majority of people write a sectional test कि सेक्शन में स्कोर कैसे इंप्रूव किया जाए. इज इट और इज इट? आई वुड से डोंट. आई वुड से think of a strategy कि I am going to do this first, then do this later, and think of a proper strategy जो तुम्हें मॉक में implement करनी है. Now with try that strategy in a sectional test and see whether your score improves or not. And if it works, it means use it in another sectional and see whether it actually works or not. And if it works, use it in actual mock. So, sectional test may stop looking at your score. Think of a strategy, and I would say sectional test is more or less strategy tester. So, what I'm trying to say, कि think of a strategy. कि in quant, this is what I'm going to do in the actual exam, and my score will improve. Right? Try it in sectional test and see how do you do. If it doesn't work out, that particular strategy, discard the strategy, think of another strategy. ठीक है. So there is, I'll tell you example of a strategy. Like when I am going to write the actual exam, that's what I do. So what is I'll tell you a couple of strategies. The first strategy is people go by sequence. I'm going to read the first question, then second question, then third question, then fourth question. I'm going to solve every question. Fine. Second strategy is uh, you open question paper. There is a question paper view in the actual exam. Okay. ओपन क्वेश्चन पेपर व्यू एंड रीड द क्वेश्चंस दैट आर सिंगल लाइनर्स, मतलब जो एक लाइन में क्वेश्चन लिखा हुआ है. सो यू आर गोइंग टू रीड द क्वेश्चन, सॉल्व, देन मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द वन लाइनर क्वेश्चन, सॉल्व, देन गो टू नेक्स्ट वन लाइनर, सॉल्व, एंड वंस यू आर डन विद ऑल वन लाइनर्स, जो हुआ तो ठीक है, नहीं हुआ तो छोड़ दिया, टाइप्स, देन यू गो टू अ क्वेश्चन दैट आर इन थ्री लाइन्स, फोर लाइन्स. गॉट माई पॉइंट? कि मतलब shorter question versus longer question. You are going to see shorter questions first, then you are going to see longer questions first. Got it? So these are a couple of strategies that you can try. I used to use the second strategy कि जो single liner question है, I always like single liner questions because when I'm going to read a question that is one liner, I always absolutely love those questions because in 30 seconds that question tells me कि ये होगा या औकात के बाहर है. ठीक है, अगर होगा then I'm going to solve it then and there, अगर नहीं होगा then I'm going to leave it. Got my point? ये चीज चार लाइन के क्वेश्चन में फिगर आउट करने में टाइम लगता है. And the second thing that over the period of a time that you need to learn, and what you need to learn, that at what stage you need to leave the question. This is again important point. Now this one, थीटा. कितने लोगों को लगता है कि थीटा अटेम्प्ट करना चाहिए पहले? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू थिंक? बिकॉज नेगेटिव मार्किंग इज नॉट देयर. I don't like theta questions, and you know why I don't like? Because when I solve MCQs, so I generally tend to get right answer. और अगर आंसर गलत आ रहा है, so options are 30, 40, 50 and 60 and my answer is 2443, then I know my answer is definitely wrong. ठीक है. In theta you don't know. So this is my personal opinion. ठीक है. So theta, and again remember, thetas are not easier questions. Again, Triya, theta can be anything, but remember theta is a whole number. It cannot be root 2, it cannot be minus 2, it cannot be your 1 by 3. Your answer has to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. ठीक है ना? Anushri, how will you figure out it's a good strategy? You try it in 3, 4 sectionals and your score stays consistent or grows. Then it's a good strategy. No, Saubhagya, it's not an observation. When you are going to write actual CAT and you are going to read the instructions, it is written in the instructions that in theta questions, your answer is going to be whole number. No, Shreyansh, there is going to be no decimals. Okay, how many of you have written any mock? How many of you have actually read the instructions? अगले में पढ़ना, इंस्ट्रक्शंस पढ़ना. ठीक है, that helps a lot. No, so remember this, in actual cat you are given 10 minutes to read the instruction. During that time you can't actually write the exam. I've written it too many times, and in every exam I write instructions. It doesn't waste time. Fine. Now, thetas are not easier questions. Thetas are, I would say, they are rather subjective questions because you don't have options. So if you don't have options, you have nothing to eliminate. So your job is actually to solve everything and get the answer. ठीक है ना? The again remember, this is a good point. Theta heavy question, theta heavy questions. Functions, numbers, sequence series, coordinate. These topics have more theta questions. Obviously, in other topics are also theta questions, but in these topics you are going to get more questions. Ria, if your calculation is very bad, then I would say use calculator. In the exam, the best thing to do is to use calculator. I always tell people calculator है, why not use it? Got it? So इन चार टॉपिक पे थीटा तो आता है. नो ध्रुव. अब देखो, I think this is something we have already seen everything, right? We have discussed everything. Now, this is the strategy of study. The topics that you need to master first are these topics. टाइम इन्वेस्ट करना है इन टॉपिक्स पे, रीजनेबल टाइम इन्वेस्ट करना है, बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू गेट एट लीस्ट 14 to 15 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम दीज टॉपिक्स. आएगा ही आएगा. And I'm not telling this, data is telling this. Every year it happens. Geometry, I say कि geometry में if you are unable to invest a lot of time in geometry, then I would say do couple of things. Do the basics of geometry. Basics of geometry का जो best part है वो ये है कि एक क्वेश्चन तो हो जाएगा. If you understand the basics of geometry, you understand what is a regular hexagon, how to break regular hexagon in 24 equilateral triangles, or what is similar triangles, what are similar triangles, and basic properties of circles. So ये कर लिया तो इससे कम से कम एक क्वेश्चन हो जाएगा. ठीक है ना? बहुत ज्यादा फोकस नहीं करना है. अगर टाइम नहीं मिले तो बहुत ज्यादा फोकस नहीं करना है, लेकिन बेसिक्स करना है, क्योंकि इससे कम से कम एक क्वेश्चन तो आता है ज्योमेट्री का जो एकदम ही आसान होता है. आई वुड से उत्सव बाय ए माउस. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज, एक एक बात ध्यान रखो. आई थिंक एवरी वन इज यूजिंग नोटबुक टू प्रैक्टिस. इज इट और इज इट नॉट? Buy a lot of notepads. जो नॉर्मल नोटपैड नहीं आते ऐसे. Don't use notebooks, use notepads. A5. Dhruv, because in the exam, you get a notepad. You don't get A4 sheets. So the problem is a lot of people have their handwriting is very big. वो मतलब लिख रहे हैं तो आराम से लिख रहे हैं. When you are going to get a notepad, you are going to realize तो जगह ही नहीं है. And remember, सर्वांश, टाइम बाउंड प्रैक्टिस तो आपका फुल लेंथ मॉक करा ही देते हैं. ठीक है ना? If you are going to practice a lot in notepads, then I would say you are going to be very, very, very much comfortable in notepad. And that helps. ठीक है ना? Now this is something I would be worrying about least. ठीक है, परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन सेट थ्योरी में, लेकिन आई थिंक जो भी क्वेश्चन आए हैं कैट में सारे के सारे आसान हैं, डूएबल है. सर्वांश, यू आर गोइंग टू स्ट्रगल मोस्ट इन DILR इन द नोट पैड, बिकॉज टेबल बनाने की जगह ज्यादा नहीं मिलती. ठीक है. Now with this, now I'm going to do the doubts. So this is official Telegram group का जो भी है barcode है. Now you can join this. Now ask me anything. Hmm. Ashma, I think there are sufficient number of pages. If you need another one, they will give you another one. I haven't seen people asking for it, but they don't deny. And you don't get A4 sheets. You get notepads only. One notepad per person. Initially, everyone gets. ठीक है. Anything else? And okay, so Saubhagya, I'll tell you, I'm not an MBA graduate. Just a graduate. I have completed my BTech from NIT Trichy, 2008 pass. So that year, I wrote CAT. I couldn't clear the verbal cutoff, and but Kant and DILR were reasonably good for me. So that was my highest in 2007 and 8. I scored highest percentile in QA&DI in 2007-8. Ashma, I am not sure. Now, how to improve question selection? Sriyansh, I have absolutely no clue how to select a question. I just know how to reject a question. I read it twice. I don't understand the question. I am going to leave the question. That's it. Devraj, first finish these things, then I'll tell you where else you can get another material. Also, why to get demotivated? So it means you are getting 30 plus in VA. It means to get a score of 100, I would say, target at least 14 VA. In QA, it should be at least 35. And Ayush, I would say the number of questions that you need to attempt, जितने हो उतने करो. ज्यादा करोगे तो गलत हो जाएंगे. Attempt as many as possible. At this point of time, सर्वांश, एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम इट्स फाइन कि जो टॉपिक नहीं किया है उसका छोड़ दिया, दैट्स फाइन, बट लेटर ऑन इट शुड इम्प्रूव. एंड श्रेयांश, दैट्स व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. You read it, you think it is easy, then leave it. If you think it is going to take a lot of time, then leave it. That's the judgment you need to build. Ashima, Ashima, you just started your prep. I would say start from the basics, percentage ratio, average, because these are the fundamentals of aptitude. So if you are not very good at percentage ratio and average, then more likely things will not go as planned. No, I am not saying case pick the question topic wise. Pick the question that you can solve. Not it should belong to a particular topic. Saubhagya, I think that is actually a personal question. I'll give you my number. You can talk to me about it. Fine. Okay, how to? I have taught a lot of students. A lot of them were older than me. ठीक है. So, Mira, I would say why leave couple of questions of geometry? एक दो क्वेश्चन आएंगे ज्योमेट्री के जो एकदम ही आसान आएंगे. You are going to get +3 in those questions. Why leave any other topic? And I think this is the sufficient time to solve the question, sufficient time to learn all the concepts. Got it? You are not late. Definitely, I would say arithmetic and algebra thoroughly you need to prepare. ठीक है ना? Nah, DILR strategy, Ria, I think that is the idea of some other session. ठीक है. So, we will do it later on, not today. क्यों है अगर हो तो बता दे. Till 20th, Pushkar, I have absolutely no clue. Till 20th, 10th. So, Ashima, improvisation always. Aritro, I just add people to LinkedIn. I don't post anything to on LinkedIn. I'm just typing my name. Just search my name. You will get my profile. Lot of concepts. So, Dhruv, do one thing. Make notes of those concepts that you are studying right now, and uh, go through those every week. ठीक है. Sarvansh, at this point of time, I'll tell you one thing that is related to analysis. When you are going to analyze a mock, always remember, for the analysis, I think what everyone does, they just pick up the mock again, they solve it, some without with time, some without time. Is it or is it not? And they simply see the difference in score and they say कि ये improvement होना चाहिए. But I would add one more thing to that. कि when you are solving all the questions again, always ask yourself whether there is an alternate and easier approach for this question. And if you are solving a question that is taking you 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or 5 minutes, I would say ask those questions. वो क्वेश्चन पूछो कि इज देयर एनी शॉर्टर अप्रोच टू दैट क्वेश्चन. कि अगर शॉर्टर अप्रोच है तो उससे अगले वाले मॉक में फर्क पड़ेगा. गॉट इट. देयर यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न हाउ टू सेव टाइम. तो अगर तुम कोई क्वेश्चन 5 मिनट में कर रहे हो, देन हो सकता है कोई 1.5 मिनट में करते हो उसको. अंडरस्टूड. उसी से स्कोर इंप्रूव होता है. एंड यू इन द फर्स्ट मॉक व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू एनालाइज, यू आर गोइंग टू टेक आई थिंक 6 hours 8 hours. There is no prerequisite, Pushkar. You can ask. You should start from the basics itself. ठीक है ना. अभी से करोगे आराम से हो जाएगा. But the only thing that is demanded is consistency and discipline. That's it. Daily 2 घंटा, you are good to go. I would say even 1 hour, it's good to go. ठीक है ना. Okay, so now let me wind up the session. Till then, hopefully we'll see again. And there are not a lot of topics that are asked in CAT that are asked in 11th and 12th. For example, I would say there is one topic is log, another topic is mod that you don't study till class 10th. And apart from that, not a lot of topics. ठीक है. And one more thing, don't tell yourself कि मैंने केवल 10th तक मैथ्स पढ़ा है, because half of the people have studied maths only till class 10th, और लास्ट टाइम इनको पढ़े हुए कुछ नहीं तो सबको कम से कम 5 साल हो गए हैं. सो यू आर नॉट डिफरेंट. ठीक है ना. सौभाग्य, आई थिंक दे विल बिगिन सून. ठीक है. चलो. सबको मजा आया. ओके. चलो फिर चलते हैं. ओके. बाय बाय.